Hello and welcome back to another video of the Creepypasta episodes. So the last time I talked about and gave my knowledge on Suicide Mouse. Since then, a lot of people have voted for various different creepypastas, but the final one that made the majority of the votes was smile.dog.jpg. So, what is Smile.dog? Well, Smile.dog is meant to be a picture that haunts your dreams after viewing it. It can drive a man insane, drive you to the brink of committing suicide, and temporal lobe epilepsy, which is a form of focal epilepsy, and also can give you acute anxiety. Anxiety is a response to both danger and stress, which both could be a cause of Smile.dog. This creepypasta was more forward than the others. A lot of the creepypastas I review or read are jam-packed full of information that can get a bit boring. This one seemed a bit more short and sweet. I want to first off talk about the history of Smile.dog. So apparently this image began with being a picture of Satan, Lucifer, the devil himself. It can only be stopped if spread. Mary, the victim, first encountered this image in 1992 on a BBS hyperlink. Now the internet only came public in 1989, so not long after its release. This image right now apparently is nowhere to be found on the internet, and on websites from Google Images to 4chan, the Smile.dogs are recreations, so they're fake. This picture is described as follows. The image has a dog-like creature, looking closest to a Siberian Husky. The dog is illuminated by a flash camera, the room is dim, the only visible background details is a human hand that is empty, extending itself from the darkness near the left side of the room. The dog is smiling with human-looking teeth. This is a recreation of the photo. The victim in the story is Mary. She's been haunted for about 15 years by this picture. It comes into her dreams. Mary is standing in a dark, silent, empty hall with the image at the end of it. It tells her to spread it around, show people the image. Then her soul will be at ease and she will no longer be haunted. The only copy is meant to be on a floppy disk that Mary has. She has to show someone, but for 15 years she's kept quiet. When the writer comes through, who is called Mr. L, Mary is scared and locks herself in a room. Much later, after Mr. L leaves, I think it's about a year later, he receives an email from her. She describes how she's being haunted and how the dog is talking to her, asking her of this favour of spreading it around, but she's kept quiet for 15 years. Mary had given Mr. L a copy of the floppy disk, hoping that he would see it and she would no longer be haunted. However, she warns him of her intentions behind this and asks him not to view it. She tells him of how the other viewers from this BBS board have committed suicide. The email ends off there and Mr. L never replied. Months later, Terence, who is Mary's husband, gets into contact of Mr. L about the email because Terence saw it. He alerts L about the suicide of Mary. Was she driven to do this? Is the picture actually real? Can it drive you insane? Imagine going to sleep every night, warm and safe, but then you fall into another world, so vivid it's real. You're trapped there with your nightmare, nothing you can do about it, and now repeat that 4,475 times. That's how much pain and anxiety Mary had gone through, and she committed suicide for that. No wonder, she would be insane, not from viewing the photo, but from the hauntings itself. Terence burnt the only copy down, and as it's burning, it hissed at him. Something's inside the copy, but we'll never know what it is. Later on, an email is sent, not from anyone he knows, but from a person called elshere82 at blankdout.com. Now the addresses start out with asterisks, but only 4 times, so the only 4-lettered online mailing service I know is @live, so it must be elshere82 at live.com. Now I got my friend from YouTube, Cyrus106, to do this, since he's American. He sent me a print screen of trying to make me an email with this account at live.com, and he says that it's unavailable and the email is taken, so this could help the story being true, or someone made the account. So it's your call. In the email it says, I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you are interested in Smile.dog. I've seen the picture of Smile.dog and it's not as bad as everyone says. I've sent you it here, just spreading the word. Now observe the last 4 words, just spreading the word. Like Mr. L said, this sends chills down my spine. A picture is attached, here it is. The grey parts block out a lot of the picture and the effects cannot be caused, so it's said. This is practically the story. Now do you believe it? It sure seems like a true story. Demons exist, right? We have no idea how they act and what forms they come in. If they can contact us through a Ouija board, what says they can't contact and haunt us from an image? It sounds very possible. Could have Mary just been insane? Could she have just not been mentally stable and she never knew properly what she was writing in that email? Did she only commit suicide because she was crazy, or because she suffered thousands of dark, eerie nights of nightmares? This is what makes this pasta so great. This video doesn't seem the best out of all my other episodes, but hey, I'm just trying to spread the word. So this concludes it. I couldn't say that much about it because even though it was good and scary, it was still short. I googled around, I never found that much more about it. I just had to learn fast and write what I knew. Be sure to comment on what you want to see next. If you see a comment that's the same vote as you want, just thumbs up the comment, it makes my life easier. Also check out my other episodes of Creepypastas. I've done Slenderman, Ben, Squid with Suicide, and Suicide Mouse. Check out my LPs of other games like Zelda and Medal of Honor. Be sure to subscribe to keep updated. Rate on your opinion of this video and comment. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you in part 6.